Hey guys, it's been 2 years since we started watching Best Friends in the World, and now we are at the senior year. So, and this movie is very interesting and very educative. It's a movie that relates with everyday activity, both for students, both for parents, both for working class. Like, it's something that everybody could literally relate with. So for the past 2 years, or if you'll be watching this movie from the beginning till now, I just want you to write on the comment section one thing you've learned from watching Best Friends in the World, so that we know that okay, we aren't just watching this movie just for the fun of it, we are also learning something from it. So just comment one thing you've learned from watching Best Friends in the World, whether you're a young person or you're a young adult or you're an adult. Just one thing that you've learned from watching this movie, just write it down on the comment section for the past 2 years, both from the first season and this season year that is ongoing. In today's video, I just want to talk about the character development in episode 7 and also give expectation for episode 8. So if you're new on our channel, please click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification. If you're someone that loves watching Best Friends in the World, and if you're interested in watching BB Niger reunion show or the main show when it starts, we are going to be streaming it live on the student place. So you should subscribe to our channel, turn on your notification, so that when we start streaming you will be informed, and when we upload videos you would also be informed. And if you need scholarships, if you are someone that wants to get a scholarship to study abroad, then the student place is the right place for you to get that, and we are legit. So please click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification, and stay tuned on the student place. Now let's get into the business of the day, guys, starting with Adam. Now the episode 7 started with where Adam is kissing Olive. This is a young man that is focused, though there are some points in time where he tends to lose his focus and is confused as to what he wants, and is confused as to what is to do in some certain situations. But then this is a guy that can in a milliseconds gain his focus back, and is someone that, okay, I can see that he can be reliable to not do certain things. When we watch episode 6, we are like, Adam is a cheat, Adam is wicked, Adam is not to be trusted, Adam is not trustworthy, Adam kissed Evelyn. Like, why would Adam do? There are lots of controversies, there are a lot of talks, there are a lot of insults, there are a lot of criticism against Adam at the end of episode 6. But then I was so happy that episode 7 started with the point where Adam withdrew himself from that kiss. Like, when I saw that point, like, I was so happy, because I expected Adam to do that, because I know that he's someone that is not sexually attracted to Evelyn. He's just like being a normal friend to Evelyn, though Evelyn is clouding his mind and so, but then he's very normal, and he's just free-minded with Evelyn. So I was expecting that at that point that he's going to withdraw himself from that kiss, and that was exactly what he did. Because from the first time when Evelyn walked into the room, she had that attempt to kiss him. Like, the facial expression on Adam's face, you know that okay, this guy is not in for this. That was exactly why he withdrew himself from that kiss. And I love the fact that it was not awkward, like, it not act so awkward, and so in that scene, it was just normal, just like, acted like, okay, this didn't happen, let's pretend that this did not happen. That was something I liked so much about Adam in that particular scene. Another loving thing about Adam was the guy is someone that is understanding and is law abiding. Number one, he abides by the laws of the school as the head prefect. When after the exam and his classmates were like, why this is the reason why we made you the head prefect, go and talk to the teachers that they should not come, that they should give us a free period, a time to rest. And so at that point in time, Adam was, number one, sympathetic with his class, because he also understands, he's going through the same thing. Number two, he understands the school rules and regulations, and he doesn't want to jeopardize that. Then he's also understanding the fact that when Romeo came to him and tried to talk him into, like, going to talk to the principal, because the principal likes him, he's one that is loved by the principal and by the teacher. So there's this favor that comes with being the head prefect. Back then in high school, when I was the head prefect, like I could do a lot of things. I could have access to a lot of teachers. Like when a teacher is when a student is having an issue with a teacher, I could go on behalf of that student to beg the teacher or talk to the teacher on behalf of the student. So there is this leverage, there's this privilege you have being the head prefect. Like when you're the head prefect, you have this privilege of, having access to the principal, having access to the vice, having access to the teachers. You can have your way over some certain things. So this was something that Adam also understood, and he made use of it very well by going alongside with Romeo to go and talk to the principal to give the student like opportunity to go and play. And that was something beautiful Adam did there. Like he understood that, okay, this is what my classmates want. I am the head prefect and I am also going through the same thing. Okay, why don't I, as a representative of the students, go and do this thing that they wanted? You get, he acted so perfectly awesome at that scene, and I love him for doing that. How do you think these girls and these people would react when they find out that Adam is one that is writing all these novels, especially Esther and Olive? Like, I wonder why he kept that so secret and he kept that from them all this while. I think last they are going to find out, and when they find out, they'll be so disappointed and they'll be so angry, and at the same time happy for him, because I believe that a time will come when they're going to find out. Then, but the guy is really doing well in terms of that writing, because this is a novel that everybody likes. Like all the students could relate to it. You know, that kind of pride that comes inside you when you see people reading your book and then they don't know who the author is, and they're not like enjoying the whole vibe of the work. And so like it comes with a great pride, and I could imagine Adam feeling that way, though he's trying to hide his identity and so, but he's actually doing a good job with that novel. The fact that a lot of people like it and a lot of people are engaging in it, a lot of people are watching it, it shows that he's doing an absolutely good work in that novel, and it feels so nice. Then another thing that I like about Adam was the fact that, like I said before, he likes to put the interest of the students at heart. When they ask him to also remove his clothes and show them his body, that was so awkward. Like if I was the one, I would feel so discomforted. I'll not be comfortable at all. But then he was not comfortable, he was not okay with that. But he's the head prefect and the students want that, so he had to try to key in, though it was interrupted and so. But that was a very good quality of a good leader that Adam displayed there, and I love it so much. Sometimes our mind tends to wander around certain situations and certain scenarios that happen in our lives. Like when an event happened in our lives, like there are points in time when our minds, our memories, try to reflect and try to recall such memories. That was what happened to Adam at this particular point in time, when he started thinking about the incident between him and Evelyn. Though there was no attachment, there was no emotions with Evelyn, but then it's something that happened and the mind has recorded it, so it tends to come back. Like there's going to be like a flashback to that event that happened, and he started thinking about Olive and all the beautiful the times they had together and all the sweet thing. But then he was distracted from that because it was weird. Like, why would he be thinking about Evelyn instead of Olive? Like, in the process of thinking about Olive, Evelyn came into the picture. That was something that was weird in his head. So he had to like wake up from that I don't know whether it is trance or whether it's a dream. He had to wake up from it and try to like, what is happening? Like, this is weird. Why should I be thinking about Evelyn instead of Olive? So that was what happened at this particular point in time. You know, it's so very cute to see that Adam is so clueless about that flap something. All these Ajabo children. Like, it's actually so cute and it looks so beautiful, the fact that it's not exposed to all these kind of things. But then I think it's always good for us to balance our lives, you know. I'm not saying that you should become bad or you should know bad things, but then there's a need for us to balance our lives. Like, it's not that you should go and be doing those bad stuff. Like, knowing them wouldn't be a minus, like a plus. Like, you know them, yeah, it's, you are knowledgeable about them, you are informed and you are aware about them. Doesn't mean that you should be doing them. So the fact that Adam was not aware of those kind of things and he's not like, he's so clueless, doesn't even know what they mean, doesn't even know what it's about, it's actually funny. And I'm not saying that like it's bad or that he did something bad for not knowing, but then like, it would have been good, it would have made sense if he was informed about it. And the fact that his friend Robert, you know, that guy, like, it's good that Robert is Adam's friend. Like, the fact that they are very very good friends is also very awesome. The fact that he teaches Adam some things, like, though I feel that Robert is in a way a kind of bad influence on Adams. Like, it makes Adams to do some things that he wouldn't want to do, some things like going against his parents, disobeying and that kind of thing. Robert like kind of makes, like, if you remember in that episode where he was playing a bet and usually like makes Adam to go along with him to go and make a bet and they will lose their money, and that time that Adam's gonna punish them. So in a way it's like a kind of a bad influence on Adams, and in another way is like teaching Adam to know some things that he didn't know before. So it's just like a 50-50. I actually like the guy, Robert. I like him. I like the fact that he's exposed to some things and he's a very cool guy and he's also cute. And he got like he has Adam's back every time. Every time he always have Adam's back, you know, teaching him things like controlling him, like controlling his temper, like helping him with some stuffs and advising him, that kind of thing. It's actually very very beautiful. I so much love that about him and Adam make, you know, at a point I started thinking if they are siblings, because he got to a point where he was living with them and that kind of thing. I started thinking, is Robert staying with Adam? Are they living together? Are they siblings? What is the relationship between them, apart from them being just friends? Like, is there anything special? Because it's always at Adam's place and that kind of thing, and it's so beautiful. He actually took Adam away from the girls in a way. Like, he made Adam not to have just female friends. Like, he also has male friends too, and that is something so beautiful. Another thing about Adam is that Adam is a man of peace. You know, every single time he always finds a way to apologize to Olive or Esther, or to make sure that things are okay with them. And the fact that he agreed to help Evelyn to make peace with Olive and Esther was also beautiful, because he wasn't okay with the fact that their friendship was not, you know, going fine, and the fact that Evelyn was like a barrier between him and them. So he just want the gang to be complete. He wants everybody to be together again, and even if it involves bringing Evelyn into the clique, like, he doesn't mind. He just want there to be peace. He wants all of them to be okay. He wants to have that friendship back. You want to have that feeling of being with them again. So that was why he agreed to speak to them about Evelyn, and so that there will be peace between them. And I love him for that. He always has this mentality for there to be peace wherever he find himself, in the class, amongst his friends and everything. Right from the beginning, he has always been a man of peace. Still talking about Adam being a man of peace. He walks into the school and saw some student reading some things on the board, and he checked. He saw that it was that same flap stuff he had the other time. He was confused and like, where did they get this thing from? I got it, I threw it away. I thought the main book was with me. How did they get this? Like, where did they get this from? And the students were like, still laughing and still trying to video the whole thing and post on social media. And he was so offended, he was so angry, and he had to like seize their phone and put their phone in detention, because on a normal ground you shouldn't come to school with phone. But look at David, look at Romeo is a prefect, is also with his phone. So like, what should we say about this? But then the fact that Adam had to act in defense and try to, because he was surprised that how did that get to that place, because he was with the main book, how did he get there? So he was actually surprised why that stuffs was still there on the billboard, on the school notice board. Then yeah, he had to like show Romeo the flap stuff and explain to him that this thing has been with him before, and he doesn't know how he got to the school notice board.
What? Okay, this is terrible.
Yeah, she should have dropped out and backed on the stage.
What do you mean?
In the elections, she doesn't mind being unpopular. I never wanted to be the uncool senior seizing phones and yelling, but I guess it comes.
Is that really what's bothering
Let's pause and talk a little about Romeo. Romeo is, since he became a prefect, he's been so supportive to Adam. Like, he and Adam has always been working hand in hand, making things okay, carrying out the duties. He has also been a support and a source of advice and encouragement to Adam. He helps Adam with difficult tasks, like he helps Adam with solving some issues. For instance, in this case now, he helped in searching for who the culprit was, those that wrote this flap stuff. He helped Adam in fishing them out. If you could remember in episode 6 also, like, he helped in fighting all those bullying seniors, those seniors who are bullying the junior ones. He helped in fighting them, and so I actually love the fact that he's very, very supportive of Adam. Then all these Ajebota girls, all these girls are behaving like cockroaches. Oh my goodness. Like, why would they think this guy is one that wrote that stuff? Because he challenged them about asking Adam to take off his clothes the other day at the field. Like, why would they do that? Like, these girls are just behaving like people that don't. Well, I won't blame them. Like, this is something that is common in secondary schools. Like, in secondary schools, like, you find this a lot. But then their accusation is just baseless. The fact that they're accusing this guy that is was not did that, it's baseless. So About these bullies, these SS3 bullies. Why is it that when people enter SS3, they tend to become bullies? They start bullying junior students and causing nuisance in the school. Especially these ones that used to plait their hair and used to put and rings in the nose and this thing. Look at their head like this thing. Look at this one's face. Ah, like all these bullies, they'll just be causing unnecessary problems, like doing nonsense things in school. Like, why would you go about doing this kind of thing with your big nose and your big head? And the fact that they even call themselves even nice. Look at you dating girl in GS2. You're not ashamed. How can you be dating a girl in GS2 and you're proud? Ah, oh, that is so gross. Then even when in episode 6, they were even causing problems in episode 6, going to junior classes and be causing problems for me, senior. That is so nonsense.
Fun. Is it fun?
I don't, throwing punches won't change anything, but can we still beat them up to feel better?
Then this scene where Adam asked Olive to hug him and Olive, oh my god, Olive said no. I posted on my YouTube asking people if Olive did the right thing by refusing to hug Adam, and a lot of people were like supporting Olive, that Olive did the right thing, while some people said no, that she did not do the right thing. Me personally, I feel that Olive overreacted. When you're going, like, I saw some people's comments, they were like, when Olive was going through stuff, like, she didn't tell Adam about it, and so that she kept it to herself. So it is nobody's fault that she was going through stuff and Adam was not there. So, like, why should Adam take the blame for something that she kept to herself? Like, why? Though I agree that Adam has been acting like a jerk all this while, flocking around Evelyn, and so I wasn't giving Olive all the attention and that. But then it's not a good reason why she should. If it's just a hug, like, the guy just need a hug, nothing much. Instead, he's going through stuff that he just needs someone to hug him right now because he is mentally drained. Like, it doesn't take you a thing. Like, okay, for example, now Olive, when she was going through stuff, Angel hugged her, and like, it wouldn't have taken her a thing just to hug Adam at that point in time, just for him to relieve the stress, and so, but she refused. She refused, which I feel she overreacted. But then in a different vein, like, her reason might be logical because she too, she's also going through stuff. She's going through a lot of mental, emotional challenge at the moment, and she can't be giving out support when she herself, she is in need of support. So, like, in a different vein, I think she's right by not doing so. But then it wouldn't have taken anything from me if you just give him a hug, just a hug, Olive, just a hug. But then it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Sorry, my guy Adam. Sorry. Go and hug somebody else. Go and hug Evelyn. Ew. Another character development is Evelyn. Evelyn, the manipulative Evelyn, the saucy Evelyn, the should I say wicked Evelyn, and the well, Evelyn, I don't know what got into her at this point in time where she wanted to kiss. I don't know what is wrong with girls. Like, when girls find themselves in an emotional state, they tend to want to, like, express these emotions through sexual stalls. Like, if you've been watching movies, you realize that at this particular point in time, like, there's always an attempt for the girl to kiss the guy. I believe that is the reason why Neptune 3 Studios have to bring, or the writer of the script had to bring it into this particular scene, because they know that when girls are emotional and they find themselves in this kind of situation, they always want to, like, pour it out in a more intense romantic way. So I don't know why Evelyn. I think that is the reason why Evelyn like acted this way in this particular scene. So I would say that I wouldn't blame her for doing that. You know, she was just acting on that impulse, and so then this point where she came to apologize to Esther and Olive. Well, the fact that she was bold enough and she was humble enough to bring herself down to apologize is something admirable. Like, you know, on a normal level, we all know the normal Evelyn that is so proud, that is so saucy, that doesn't give a shit. But yeah, she is apologizing to Oliver. I think she's had her she's had her this thing her own cup. Like she tasted of her own cup, so she knows what it feels like. That is why she came to apologize, and she wants to like make peace with Olive and Esther. But then, do you think she's genuine with her apology? Do you think she really wants to like make peace, or she just wants to belong, or she just wants to like act like, you know, sometimes she can put up a charade? So do you think that's what she's doing, or she's really like sorry for all she has done, or she's really apologetic and she actually wants to make peace? But then let's watch and see episode 8 if she's going to act like, if she's going to continue with her good deeds in episode 8, or if she's going to snitch and become a bitch that she is again. Well, let's watch and see. We can never say. But then it's very nice that she was humble enough to come and apologize, and that is something admirable. I hope that she doesn't go back to her evil ways, and her change is constant. Oh, just take a look at somebody in love. Oh my god, Evelyn is so madly in love with David. Ah, see the way she's just crushing, like inside that, like in her head, she's having all the best time with David in her head, but that is not what it is. Ah, my girl is in love. Here is another scene where Evelyn was showing a love for David. Like at this point in time, like the girl is so in love with David. I think since she has turned a new leaf, David might reconsider her. Let's say in episode 8, David might reconsider, you know, like trying to get close to her and get to know her more again, because she has apologized to Evelyn, to Oliver and Esther, and she's probably turned a new leaf. So David might reconsider and, you know, get things done, get things better. So, and at this point in time, like you would think that Evelyn was being high service, like she was doing high service, because she doesn't want David to feel that she's still the bad girl that she used to be. So she was just acting all cool and nice. Let's hope that things change, and episode 8 that David might reconsider and start talking to her again. It will be beautiful, I guess. Here we have Romeo. Romeo is a typical example of an average science student. You know, all these science students that they used to carry book in their head. Like, you know, he's always studying all night, staying up all night, studying and, you know, reading his book. This shows what being a science student is all about. Then this is sister. You know, I just love the relationship between Romeo and the sister. Like both of them are so beautiful. Like they are very beautiful. They relate very well. You know, this part where she wants to borrow his soap. Like, you know, I actually used to do that when I was small. Like I take my elder sister's stuff without telling her. Then when I find myself in a situation where I know that she's going to catch me, if I do that without telling her, I will now like intentionally ask her if I should use that stuff or not. Then both of them are actually so cute together, like, you know, and that's. Then talking about Romeo's sister, that girl, you know, I don't know, where you find yourself in the midst of people that are above your social class, you always want to do stuff just to make yourself feel among, just to feel like you belong in the clique or something like that. That is what Romeo's sister is doing. Like is she's trying to feel among. So, and she's doing it the wrong way. She's doing it the wrong way, and she's adding bad habits into it. If you want to feel among, be humble. You get, and it is all these people that don't have shishi, and they are the one that like to feel proud and, you know, do things. That is what she's doing, and that is a very bad character. So the fact that she's popular, she's Romeo's sister, and she's privileged to be in LHS is not a reason why she should, be acting all stubborn, all bitchy, and so causing problem up and down for herself and for Romeo and for their family. That is actually not nice. I just hope she changes in the forthcoming episodes, so that all these talks will not be necessary. And here is Olive. Let's talk about Olive. Olive has been the main character from for this movie right from time. She and Adam, Esther have been the main character, but she's the main protagonist in this movie. And here she is. They are having their mock examination, preparing for their West Africa examination, and right now she's going through a whole lot of mental breakdown. Like, she's having academic challenges, and the fact that she's not talking to anybody about it is not cool. She's just keeping everything to herself and trying to act strong and as if she can do everything, which is not good. I think she should speak up. She should speak up. Actually, it's very good for her to speak up than just hiding everything and try to hide everything inside. Talk to somebody. If it's has to do with seeing a counselor or seeing a psychologist, she should do that. For real, she should do that. It would help her a whole lot. When you talk about friends supporting friend, Olive is just the best at that. Like, she's an example of a good friend. See the way she kicked Julius, and she was there for Esther to give Esther that emotional support she needed at that point in time. I never knew Esther is this emotional person also. Well, even the strong are also emotional. Like, the strong can be weak and that kind of thing. We all have our weaknesses, and so and Olive was there for Esther. That is beautiful. Still on Olive and Esther. Olive, she's a very, very considerate person, and she's this passionate. She believes in the principle of second chances. Like, she always wants to give people a chance to, repent, like a benefit of doubt. Yes, that is the word. She like giving people a benefit of doubt, want to see if this person is actually serious. She did it for Maria, she did it for Grace, she did it for that Grace friend. Like, she has been in the business of doing that, of giving people like that benefit of doubt to see if they would actually change or if they are just pretending. And that is something good. That is something good that she's doing. I love it. So she should just keep up the good work. Though Esther is this bully. She doesn't like that kind of thing. She's always so pessimistic, but then Olive is the opposite of Esther. Like, both of them are far opposite. Olive is optimistic of people, while Esther is usually pessimistic of them, and she's ready to give it to them bass boss. Let's hope that the decision they are making to give Evelyn a chance doesn't backfire and turns into something else. So hopefully it won't. Then, talking about a friend that knows you, like, this person knows you. The person knows your strength, knows your weakness, knows your good, knows what you're good at. Then we have somebody like Olive. Olive knows Esther in and out. She knows what is best for Esther. She knows the best thing for her. Like, look at the way she drew her back and said, "This is for you. You have to do this one. This is your strength, and that is what you're going to do." And that is awesome. I love that. You get, like, these are kind of friends we should keep. Friends that understand us. You see, soulmates. Friends that are like our soulmate, not just friends and friends like for mouth. Keep friends that understand you and know who you are. Now let's talk about the talkative over Sabi Julius. Julius Mackay. Julius the Omega, the talkative. This guy. I don't know what is wrong with Julius. Like, sometimes he acts just like somebody that does not have sense. Like, he acts all proud and mighty and this oversabi I too know kind of person, and it can be so annoying. He feels he knows everything, but then he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know shit, man. And Julius, here we go again, my guy, Kabalaya Sabaya. What is wrong with you? Can you just calm down, Julius? Just calm down. Like, why must you act like an intelligent hoodlum? This is how Julius acts, like an intelligent hoodlum. He's always acting so like a tout. An intelligent, the guy is intelligent, but then he acts much like a tout, like a hoodlum. Julius, my guy, be coming down. How is this your concern? Like, why would you? If I was Adam, I would have rushed him and give him a dirty slap. But then he's the head prefect, he wouldn't do that. So why would he be doing this thing? This thing is doing that is uncalled for. I love the way Esther even like gave him a very hot and dirty slap. He actually deserved that slap so much. He deserved that slap. Esther should have multiplied it, give it to him times 10. Like, why would he be doing this thing he's doing? Like, it doesn't make sense at all, at all. And the fact that Olive kicked him, I also love it. The guy should be coming down. He should respect himself and respect his young or old age. Thank you, Esther, for slapping him. Esther should give him more. In fact, give him more slap. Point him very, very well. Harris Azuka. Hey, deputy head prefect. This see the way she's boiling. If you like him, why don't you just tell him you like him? Like, be bold. Admit that you like him. Don't be burning your face and spoiling your face like a sour beans. If you like somebody, open up and talk. Shay was asking you the other day if you liked him. You said no, that I don't like him. But then you're here acting like one kind of thing. Then she and this her friend, Evie, both of them just fit each other very, very well. But then, if you wanted to be the head prefect or deputy, you should have contested. But then, it's not like you are qualified. The fact that they win shouldn't be a reason why you should be having a bitter mind and so towards your friend. That is not a good thing. Talk, say your mind. So yeah, it's Olive's mom and Mr. Adeniji after their date. So I feel that like both of them are making progress in their relationship and they are actually like getting to a point of equilibrium, a point of understanding, a point where feelings and love might come in. I feel they are going to have more and more dates like after this, and the man might finally get to ask Olive's mom out, and fortunately she might accept, and something might happen between both of them, and they might also get married again and be together. You can never tell, but I feel this might happen. There's every possibility for this to happen, but then let's watch and see, because both of them actually seem so cool and so good together. So this is Olive and the mom, and these two people have been so close. Like, they've been the closest set of people right from time. Olive and the mom have always been so close, and Olive tells the mom everything, and the mom was or is always there to support her. But of recent, like, there have been a lot of drifting. Both of them have been drifting too far from each other. That Olive don't seem it right to tell the mom stuff again, and the mom is not like always available. Like now that she and Mr. Adeniji are not even together yet, she seems distant. Now, what would happen if she and Mr. Adeniji are now together? What would happen? Like, would she become so and so distant from Olive? Like, I feel that a lot of drifting would happen, and the fact that she's not sensitive enough, she's not being sensitive to understand Olive, and she's not watching closely anymore. It's disturbing. It's very, very disturbing. I feel she should watch Olive more closely, and she should spend more time with her and be available more often, because right now Olive is going through a phase of her life that she needs her mom very, very well. She needs that motherly support and motherly this thing, like, but her mom is not there to give it to her. So this was when the mom told her about the competition. Like, it's just because she's so clueless, she doesn't know what is going on. That is why she's even bringing more workload upon Olive. And even at this point, like, she's supposed to be sensitive. She's supposed to like open her eyes and see that, okay, like, see Olive's reaction and try to understand why she's not wanting to, because it is unusual. You get, it is unusual for Olive to reject. So she was supposed to be more sensitive, yeah, but she wasn't. She was just not feeling it. She wasn't like, oh my god. She was just like, she felt Olive was going to like it, and so, but then the reverse was the case, and she had to like coerce her into accepting and all that. So I feel that she should be more like opening, and she should shine her eye so that she will not like send her daughter farther and farther away from her. But then I understand that she just wanted the best for Olive. Like she felt this is what Olive has always wanted, that it would be cool if she you know got it for her. But then she doesn't know that a lot of things have happened in the past, that there are a lot of changes. So I wouldn't blame her. She just being a good mother, trying to get the best for her daughter. But then if only she knows, if only she knows. Yeah. Sorry, my baby Olive. Now let's talk about David, the leader of the band. David actually has a very good leadership quality. The fact that number one, he has the interest of his band members at heart. Number two, is consigned, like he's not just there like if person is not available when it's available, like he's there to check up on them, to reach out to them, to know what is happening, why is this person not here at this time, what is happening. And he's also considerate. You get, like he listens to the opinion of his band members. It's not just about him, he's not a dictator. He listens and he also like acts. That is one thing about him, that is one thing I like about him. And he carries everybody along. He's not selfish. You get, and I love him so much for that. And the fact that he's also a good player. He plays a lot and he plays like the instrument a lot and does his work very, very well. That is beautiful. His academics too is not also bad. And he's a cute guy. No wonder Evelyn is dying for him. He's actually a good looking guy, and he has a very good personality. When it comes to having a new band member, this is a band that they've had since, and they are so used to each other. They are so used to each other's playing pattern, so used to flocking around, flocking together. And so then getting a new band member can be so stressful. It can be so stressful. It's not something that you can just like jump into, because there are so many things that you should consider. That is what David is actually doing. Is putting a lot of things into consideration. Like, do this person that you want to get, is it going to be reliable? Is it going to be consistent? Is it going to be humble? Because instrumentalists are so proud. Like, they are very, very proud. That is one thing about people that play instruments, singers. They are proud. So, like, this new person, is it going to be humble? Is it going to listen to instruction? Can this person play in a band? Like, there's so many factors to be considered that you can't just overlook. Then this new guy that just came, like, who would have thought that the guy plays the bass guitar? Who would have thought? Nobody like ever imagined it. He just came out of nowhere, boom, and he can actually like play all their songs, and that is very beautiful. So instead of getting a total stranger, is nice. You get somebody that and the person is a fan of yours. The person knows how to play like your song. So it's just about incorporating this person into what you do, like making them play in a band. Like, you just have to start teaching them all over again how to play together, getting used to each other, and that kind of thing. Though it might take a little time, but then it's not difficult, it's not impossible. And that is what this Prince guy is doing, and I think he plays well too. I think he plays well. You just have to calm down and learn very well. Archie, my guy, Archie is now manning up. Like, I love the fact that he stood up and defended Esther at this point in time by fighting Julius. If only you could beat Julius very well at this point, beat him very well. That Julius deserves that beating. But then I love the fact that he stood up to defend Esther, and it is something beautiful. So, what do you guys think? I think in episode 8, Archie and Esther would finally get back together. And because he has shown that he actually loves Archie, actually loves Esther, not by mouth, but by deed. Action has spoken. So, in episode 8, I think like both of them might resolve their differences and get back together. Even the fact that Oliver has spoken to Esther about it before, so things might get better in this episode. And they'll get back together to be beautiful. What are some sex educational taboos you know about, or you were taught in high school? I don't know. There is this thing about sex education. when we were in high school. Like each time they talk about female reproductive system or male reproductive system, everybody will be shouting, "Hey, ha, oh, yeah!" But then these are like all those are just pretense. Like these are things that we know about. But then when it comes about talking about it, there's this kind of reaction you get when you talk about reproductive system, talk about sex, talk about the human body and all this thing. There's this kind of reaction, this kind of, but then it's a quite interesting topic when you talk about it. Like when you have an interesting teacher talk about it, it's always very, very fun and interesting. Like you'd always want to ask questions, you'd always want to interact. Like can you guys tell me, like, write on the comment section how you felt when your teacher taught you about sex education in high school. But like, how did you feel? Like, what was the atmosphere like? It's always so beautiful. I don't know about you guys, but then there's this beauty that comes with talking about sex education, having the student ask questions and all those and all the awkwardness, all the laughter, the jokes that come with it, everything. It's usually so beautiful, I'm telling you. I just love it a lot. So, guys, that is it for all the character development in episode 7 of Best Friends in the World. I hope you all like this review. Please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notifications. See you guys next time. Bye.